All right, welcome back, my dear student. So if you are enjoying the course or you have enjoyed the course so far, you're gonna enjoy this course a lot more now because I'm going to show you how to add another feature to the CMS that is going to take your skills to another level. What it is? Instant results from the database. All right. So what we are going to be doing today is simply this. We have this users online functionality right here, but it's not instant. So that means that I have to refresh my page to have this change to another number when somebody comes visit my site, right? My CMS. That's not very good, right? So, I mean, if somebody comes to our site, we want to see this number change right in front of our eyes, but it's not changing unless we refresh the page. All right? So this functionality that I'm going to show you today, you can add it to your posts, to your comments, users, whatever you want to happen instantly on your website. I'm telling you right now, this is going to help you. Now, we are going to be using Ajax, but I'm not going to explain it. Why? Because I have another course on that. And on that course, I can show you everything you need to know about Ajax and see and how powerful it is. So you can look that up, all right? Excuse me. So let's get to work. So there are a couple things that we're going to be doing. First of all, I'm going to explain it right now. We're gonna be modifying our users online function that's located in functions.php. All right. So this function, we created this function real quick, and let me just give you a recap on what it's doing. Excuse me. We're setting some variables here, all right, that we are inserting to the database, to the table in the database. So we are setting a session for that person. We are using the time to calculate if the person has been on our website more than 30 seconds or less than 30 seconds. That's all we're doing. All right. So we are inserting that. All right. If that person is new, and if they're not new, we are updating it. All right. And we're just updating to that new session there. So every time we see somebody that's been there for a while and they just refresh, we keep updating it. And then here, what we're doing basically is selecting whoever is longer than the timeout variable that we got. So if they're on the website, if the time is bigger than this, all right, then we know that they are not active. All right, so we only giving them 30 seconds to do something on the site. So that's what this function is doing, if you remember. So now we are actually echoing the results from that function right here. That's what you see up here. That's the number you see there, right? And that's it. All right. So basically what we're going to be doing is sending requests via Ajax and getting that information instant from the database. So that way we don't have to refresh, because PHP you have to refresh. So the first thing that we are going to be doing is writing our JavaScript, and we're going to be using jQuery as a framework to do that. And we have been using that already. So right below writing scripts in admin.js and scripts.js, we're going to start writing. All right. Right all the way below this document.ready. All right. The first function here would be, we're going to create a function in JavaScript. And it could be called anything you want. I'm going to call it low users online. All right. And this is where we're going to be sending that Ajax request. We're going to use jQuery get. All right. And here, the first parameter, and I'm not going to explain, I told you, just because I already have another course. But basically, this is going to send that request, a get request, to functions.php. But we don't want to just send it to functions.php because we have a lot of functions there, right? So we need to actually create some type of functionality that we detect it. So we're going to send a parameter. So I'm going to put a question mark here, and I'm going to say something like, right, maybe online users equals result. So this is going to be a get request. And then the second parameter would be a function that we want to execute when we get that response back from the server. And let's put a variable here to bring that for us. All right. And once we get that, we insert it somewhere, right? So let's say, for example, we create a container. Well, let's actually do it right now real quick. Let's go to admin navigation, and right here I'm going to comment this out just in case you want to use it. So I suggest you do that. you might want to use the old functionality for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm gonna leave it there. All right, so here I'm gonna take this PHP out of there because we don't need that anymore. I'm gonna create a span tag with a class of something there. I'm just gonna say users online. There you go. That's gonna be the container where we put all the information in there. All right, let's go back to scripts, and here we're gonna target that container. Let's make sure that we have the same exact class. So let's go to scripts dot users online, and we're gonna use another function here called text, and we're gonna insert that data in that container. All right, beautiful. Now we need to, all right, we need to call this function right after we create it, right here, like this. All right, we'll come back to this a little later, but right now, actually, you know what? I'm gonna cut this video short because it's getting too big, right? It's getting too large. But anyway, on the next lecture, we'll continue working with this, and I'll show you how it's done. All right, perfect. Thank you so much, and I see you in the next lecture.